right, man. Let's talk about Mike Thomas. Saints are expected to release him very, very soon. Could the Lions use him? Mike Thomas, New Orleans Saints. I want to say, wasn't he Ohio State Buckeye? I think he was. I know I think Keyshawn Johnson is like his cousin or something like that, or whatever. They relatives, but Mike Thomas for years, he was very, very productive in New Orleans with Drew Brees. Very, very productive. I think he played the 2021 season or the 2020 season. He played injured, and he ain't been the same since. I think he missed the 2022 season, came back this year. Played 10 games, I think started 7 games, had 39 catches, 440 yards, 1 TD. It was his first year back, 6'3" receiver. He got a lot of hell for basically being a possession receiver and not being able to, get the long throws, not the wrong catches downfield. A lot of that had to do with, most people thought was with his lack of speed, but a lot of it had to do with Drew Brees' inability to get the ball down the field. So right now Drew Brees said he can't even throw a football, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, I think he was 30 last season, probably sometime this year, early next year he'd be 31, probably sometime this year. Obviously he probably want to win, he probably want to be on a contender. Kind of similar situation DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins was coming off a suspension, and people want to know, did he have it? And obviously, when Will Levis got in there, Hopkins kind of started rolling it a little bit. And I knew Hopkins still can play, Possession receivers matter too. Them guys that can move the chain. I mean, St. Brown is pretty much everything you need in a receiver. He can move the chains. He can get the yak after the catch. He can go deep, pause, and all those things. So, yeah, I think that's a good look. I think for Mike Thomas to go to a contender, especially with a team with a young quarterback, we kind of got some chain movers already in Laporta and St. Brown. You know what I'm saying? Now, could they flip Mike Thomas in there? For the most part, he just be doing what Josh Reynolds was doing, but just catching, at this point, he would be like having another tight end. If he's healthy, I mean, he's going to help somebody. I would love to see him go down to Houston and play with C.J. Stroud, somebody that's always open, always available. And some of the quarterback play have been sketchy. I mean, with Derek Carr as well. So I think, somewhere like Houston with a young quarterback, somebody like Bright, I think he want to be in a winning situation. Somewhere like Houston is probably the ideal situation for him. They got Tank Dell, who can work the slot, can work, he can do everything, can work the slot, short, intermediate, deep routes. Nico, we know him from Michigan. He was a great number 1 receiver for them last year, can go down the field, stretch the field. And you get somebody like Dalton Schultz, who they just brought back, who can do his thing underneath, and you add him with Mike Thomas. I think that's a really, really good fit. Now, you say, well, what about the fit in Detroit? It can work. It definitely can work. I mean, you can never have too many chain movers, to be honest. If he's healthy, third down, it would be scary. Especially if Jameson can assume the position, of growing into the receiver he needs to. And I think Michael Thomas can help him be that professional as well, too. He already going there. But if he can do what he do, it don't really matter who is the outside receiver as long as they can win. That's it. If Jameson Williams growing to what he's supposed to be, and we know the injuries, the suspension all hurt him. If he growing to receiver he's supposed to be, at that point, you probably bring Peoples-Jones back. You continue to groom Green. Mike Thomas could work. There's one thing about it. If he healthy, it's on third down, it's a problem. You can run the ball. They showing they're going to throw it on third and manageable, third and medium. They're running on third and short because they go for it on fourth. Then, who you going to bracket? Laporta, St. Brown. This is kind of the case I was making for DeAndre Hopkins last year coming here. Who you going to double? Mike Thomas. He going to move the chain. So it's just really boiled down if he's gonna be healthy or not. If he healthy, ideally you would love for go get a younger receiver who can stretch the field, and then Jameson can grow into what he want to go to, or you want to go with a Calvin Ridley who can run the routes and also stretch the field, who can do everything. Those are probably the guys you're looking at. A Brian Thomas kid from LSU, one of those guys that. But one thing about Mike Thomas, he's gonna bring a professionalism to the Saints. He's gonna bring precise route running. And it's gonna be hard to defend that. It's hard. It's gonna be hard to defend that offense, even with a guy like Mike Thomas, if he's healthy. It's very hard to defend because he's really, really good at sitting in them zones. He's really good knowing where the first down marker is. He's a good red zone threat despite only having one touchdown last year. If he physically can bounce back this year for the right price, to me, it's an easy decision. I'll go ahead and knock that off the list. And then you probably say, you know what, we get one of the receivers late in the draft, or maybe early in the draft, and you have them grow behind them. But you look at the receiver core, you banking on Jameson, you banking on St. Brown. The number one thing, you don't have a guy who can consistently beat the number one corner, the outside corner. That's the problem. Now, is he gonna bring what Mike Evans brought? Absolutely not. I wouldn't count it. But one thing he gonna bring is a chain mover. But honestly, they need that explosive receiver. So it's not a perfect fit. I would understand the fit. He probably want to win. The money will probably work for both sides. He want to prove a year. And, you go through the physical and feel like he can bounce back. Then I think at 30, 31, he probably got a couple good years left if he can be healthy. If he ain't healthy this year, then it's pretty much a wrap. You probably go Calvin Ridley or go a little bit younger, in the draft. So, but the crazy thing about probably going in the draft and going younger, the simple fact is then you banking on another young receiver to develop along with Jameson continue to develop. So you probably want that covering of a veteran guy to already know what he's supposed to do and not have to learn, not another guy learning with Jameson Williams. So in my opinion, I still would like to bring DJ Shark back. I'm gonna keep saying that. I wouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they looked at a Mike Thomas if he was healthy. But I think they're gonna draft a receiver. My list probably go Calvin Ridley, Shark, and probably draft the receiver. One of those three I'm pretty much happy with. But I'll be mad if they got Mike Thomas if he can be healthy. But I like him in Houston a lot. Somebody with a young quarterback that needs somebody who always reliable if he can be healthy and knows where the first down marker is. I like him in Houston a lot more. But hey, that's just my opinion on it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to notifications. We go live and drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, Anchor, the whole nine. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Peace.